Hello? Hi. Can you see me? I'm over here, way down in the corner. Do you see me? Yes. Okay, you see me now. Hi. I'm doing ebooks today, so I don't have anything to hold or hold up to the camera unless it's my hands. You're going to have to look at the screen behind me, somewhere around me. And I think it's really hard for you to see, but I do have 3 books to read today. We have A Place for Pluto, and we have Attack of the Underwear Dragon, and the Bad Seed, who is very bad, and he's a seed, which is where they got the title. So let's start. I'm going to open this book and just pretend that I have it in my hands and I'm opening it. There it is. A Place for Pluto. Words by Steve Wade and pictures by Melanie Demmer. Do you know what Pluto is? Pluto's a planet. This is a book about space and about planets. A Place for Pluto. Looks like such a friendly, happy planet. Now we're in space. There's a comet, and I see a satellite. For the better part of forever, Pluto was a planet, one of the famous 9. There was, when I was growing up, it was Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and the 9th planet was Pluto. He was the smallest and the farthest from the sun, but he was proud just the same. Then one day, Saturn, with her rings flashing, and Jupiter, with his entourage of moons beside him, told Pluto the worst news ever. You're not a planet anymore. You're just not big enough. Sorry. What? Not a planet? Even though Pluto orbited around the sun and was mostly round, the creatures on Earth, that's us humans, decided he was too small. But I'm in all the school books. Time to rewrite history. I don't have time for this. I've got visitors to prepare for. Pluto was crushed. He tried to protest, but it was no use. Feeling sad and rejected, Pluto left with his Charon and his other 4 moons by his side to find his place in the galaxy. He's not a planet anymore. He's got moons, but he's not a planet. As Pluto moved along, his friend Halley's comet streaked past. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I get that a lot. Halley was a comet and still part of the solar system, but comets have tails, and Pluto did not. Pluto wasn't a comet or a planet. He was a nobody. Feeling more blue than brown, Pluto kept moving. Poor Pluto. When Pluto saw Jem, Percy, and Ori crashing in as dusty, rocky comet tails, he wondered if he could join them. The meteoroids were always having fun and clowning around. This time, they were trying to smash into the Earth. You should try this, Pluto. No thanks. Earth's kind of like a mother to me. Then Ida the asteroid orbited by. Pluto and Ida were nearly the same size. Pluto thought he'd finally figured out his true identity. Hey, Ida, do you mind if I join you for a spin in the asteroid belt? Wish you could, Pluto, but the rule book says rocks only. You know asteroids are rocks, right? Pluto wasn't a planet, or a comet, or an asteroid. He missed being a planet. He missed his old friends. He missed feeling like he belonged. Too small to be a planet, too big to be a rock. I used to fit in here, but now I do not. No one in the solar system was a match for Pluto. He spun around the sun like everyone else, but he wasn't a planet, or a comet, or an asteroid, or a meteoroid. Pluto had nowhere to turn. He was about to give up when he saw someone he'd never seen before. He felt like he was looking in a mirror. Pardon me if I sound rude, but what are you? I'm a dwarf planet. My name is Eris, and these are my friends, Haumea, Makemake, and Cirrus. Pluto stared in wonder at the four dwarf planets. They were too small to be planets, but too big to be rocks. They were not planets or comets or asteroids or meteoroids. They were... You're just who I've been searching for. Really? Then you should join us. Pluto felt more like himself than ever before. He couldn't wait to tell his old friends about his new ones. Turns out his old friends missed him too. We're sorry, Pluto. Just because you're not a planet anymore, it doesn't mean we don't love you. They gave him a cake. We love Pluto. We heart Pluto. Pluto was over the moon. He was part of the solar system, friends, both old and new. He smiled an intergalactic smile that was out of this Milky Way. Let's celebrate with some chocolate. These feelings warm me to the core. I can feel the love.
You make me all dizzy.
Dwarf Planet has a nice ring to it. I'm so glad you're making friends, honey.
Neighbors forever.
Dwarf Planets rock! Glad you're not feeling blue anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Way to go, little man!
Till we meet again. I can't point at all of them, because you can't see my fingers on the pictures. So here are some facts about Pluto. In 1930, Pluto was discovered as the 9th planet in the solar system. So when Uncle Jared was in school, Pluto was taught to me as a planet, one of our 9 planets. But in 2006, Pluto was told he was not a planet anymore. What does that mean? Scientists came up with a list of things that celestial bodies had to have if they were going to be a planet. They had to orbit around the sun. Check, Pluto did that. Had to have a round shape. Check, Pluto did that. But had to be big enough to pull asteroids toward itself and make asteroids part of itself again, like its planet. And Pluto does orbit around the sun and is mostly round, but Pluto is small, just half the size of the United States, and shares the area around its orbit with Neptune and many other large objects in an area called the Kuiper Belt. But Pluto isn't alone. Other dwarf planets like Ceres, Eris, Haumea, and Makemake cannot clear an object out of their paths either. So it's still there, just not technically a planet anymore. But every once in a while, I may forget and still call him a planet. Let's go to our next book. Open my library, and our next book is Attack of the Underwear Dragon. That's a big dragon, and that's a big pair of underwear. The words are by Scott Rothman, and the pictures are by Pete Oswald. Attack of the Underwear Dragon. Cole had always wished he could be an assistant knight to Sir Percival, his favorite knight of King Arthur's Round Table. Do you see how he cut out a sword and shield for himself out of cardboard? Oh, and a helmet too. And his bed is a castle. What? So Cole wrote him a letter. Dear Sir Percival, I would make a great assistant knight because I am smart, I work hard, and whatever I don't know, I promise to learn. Please give me a shot. Love, Cole. Sir Percival read Cole's letter and cried. That's right, knights cry. Knights cry at sad plays and bad plays, when they step on something sharp, like Legos, or run into a harp, when they cut onions or get bunions, when they get stuck on castle ceilings, or when a wizard hurts their feelings. Mean old Merlin laughing at Percival. But Sir Percival cried because he had once written a letter to his favorite knight, Sir Lancelot, who had given him a shot. So Sir Percival made Cole his assistant knight. Cole had a lot to learn. He learned how to sharpen Sir Percival's swords, spears, battle axes, and knight pencils. He learned how to ride a horse and swing a sword, how to paint Sir Percival doing awesome knight poses, and calm Sir Percival when he woke from nightmares about a big, scary underwear dragon. Dun dun dun. Cole learned how to get knocked off a horse, knocked down by a knight, knocked over by a princess, and knocked out by a catapult. Being a knight is hard work. At battle time, Cole learned how to pack Sir Percival's stuff, lug it to battle, cheer for Sir Percival when the battle began, and bandage his boo-boos when it was all over. Cole loved learning what made Sir Percival a great knight, even if Sir Percival was terrified an underwear dragon would come and destroy the kingdom. Unfortunately, an underwear dragon came and destroyed the kingdom. All the knights fought the underwear dragon, and all the knights lost. Pretty soon there was only one knight left. Pretty soon there were no knights left. I think Sir Percival lost. So Cole wrote another letter. Dear Underwear Dragon, I am only an assistant knight of the Round Table, but I think you should clean up the mess you made, because it's not nice to mess up a kingdom that does not belong to you. I can help if you want. Love, Cole. The Underwear Dragon got Cole's letter and ate it. That's right. Underwear dragons can't read. Underwear dragons can't read letters, gestures, sweaters, billboards, sign for gill swords, party invitations, poems about crustaceans, royal decrees, bath oil recipes, moat signs, goat kinds, menus, words with 10 U's, or even maps that medieval hens use. The Underwear Dragon went to eat Cole next. Dun dun dun! When Cole saw the Underwear Dragon, he was scared. And when the Underwear Dragon attacked, Cole didn't think he would be able to do anything. That's a big dragon. But then Cole remembered everything he'd learned from being an assistant knight, and fought, and jousted, and wrestled, and catapulted the Underwear Dragon until its underwear flew off, and so did the dragon. The whole kingdom cheered and helped Cole clean up the mess the Underwear Dragon had made. Yay! And look, they made a big banner that says, "Thank you, Cole, out of the dragon's big underwear." Back at his castle, King Arthur made Cole a knight and gave him a place at the Round Table. But Sir Cole just wanted to get some rest, because tomorrow he needed to find his own assistant knight of the Round Table. The end. One more book. About a bad seed. Words by Jory John and pictures by Pete Oswald. Pete Oswald is the illustrator who drew the pictures for the last book we read of the dragon underwear. The Bad Seed. Oh, look, The bad seed is scaring the baby. That is pretty bad. Let me change something here, see if we can get this better for you. Open this book again. I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and say, that seed is so bad. When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, there goes a bad seed. But I can hear them. I have good hearing for a seed. How bad am I? You really want to know? Well, I never put things back where they belong. I'm late to everything. I tell long jokes with no punchlines. I never wash my hands or my feet. I lie about pointless stuff. I cut in line every time. I stare at everybody. I glare at everybody. I finish everybody's sentences. And I never listen. And I do lots of other bad things too. Know why? 'Cause I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. Bad seeds playing drums in the library. That's awful. I just can't help it. Sure, I wasn't always this bad. I was born a humble seed on a simple sunflower in an unremarkable field. I had a big family, seeds everywhere. We found ways of having fun. We were close. But then the petals dropped, and our flower drooped. It's kind of a blur. I remember a bag. The bag says, delicious sunflower seeds. Everything went dark. And then, a giant! I thought I was a goner. I thought I was done for. I screamed and I hollered, ah! But I was spit out at the last possible second. Patooey! I flew through the air and I landed under the bleachers with a huge thud. When I woke up, it was dark outside. A wad of gum had softened my fall. I felt okay, but something had changed in me. I'd become a different seed entirely. I'd become a bad seed. A bad seed. That's right. I stopped smiling. I kept to myself. I drifted. I was a friend to nobody and bad to everybody. I was lost on purpose. I lived inside a soda can. I didn't care. And it suited me. Until recently. I've made a big decision. I've decided I don't want to be a bad seed anymore. I'm ready to be happy. It's hard to be good when you're so used to being bad. But I'm trying. I'm taking it one day at a time. Sure, I still forget to listen. And I show up late. And I still talk during movies. And I do all kinds of other bad stuff. But I also say thank you, and I say please, and I smile, and I hold doors open for people. Not always, but sometimes. And even though I still feel bad sometimes, I also feel kind of good. It's sort of a mix. All I can do is keep trying and keep thinking. Maybe I'm not such a bad seed after all. Hey, look, there goes that bad seed. Actually, he's not all that bad anymore. I heard that. The end. And the end of our books. I'm still way down here in the corner. Can you see me? Can you get your hands loose and limber? Because we're going to sing together. You ready? You got to practice. Stick out your fist. Stick out your pointer finger and your pinky finger and your thummy finger. You ready? Here we go. I love you. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. I'll see you next time. Bye.